Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us here this evening to commemorate and remember the Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami disaster of March 11, 2011. It has been 10 years since the unprecedented 9.6 earthquake hit that region, and it was only last month that an aftershock with a seismic intensity of above 6 struck again in Tohoku, exactly the same place it hit 10 years ago. How it must have made the people of Tohoku feel we can only imagine, as the memories of March 11, 2011 came back to everyone. The JCS Rainbow Project has been working tirelessly for the last 10 years to support the reconstruction and recovery of the region through its amazing grassroots programs all the way from here in Sydney. Today we gather to remember the 10th anniversary and commemorate those who were lost and those who were so badly affected by the disaster. My name is Peter Gibson, and it's my honour to be your MC here for another year for the memorial. I'm here with the lovely Haruka, who is my co-host and MC, and the only thing that I can really think about in my very poor Japanese is it's a little bit like a stage show at the moment. I'm thinking it's Beauty and the Beast. It's Bijin and Yaju.
皆様こんにちは。本日は東日本大震災復興支援イベントにお越しくださいまして誠にありがとうございます。未曾有の大震災発生から本日で10年となります。皆様もご存知かと思いますが、先月福島県沖で震度6強の余震が発生し、被災地の方々は今まで以上に10年前の今日を思い出し、あの日を決して忘れてはいけないと今一度強く心に感じていらっしゃいます。 JCS レインボープロジェクトも震災以降シドニーでこの10年間復興支援の草の根活動を継続してまいりました。本日は10年の節目にあたりますので、皆様と一緒に被災地に祈りを捧げるとともに、今もなお続く余震に耐えながらも復興に向かって歩みを進める東北の皆様へエールを込めて思いを寄せてまいりたいと思います。私は本日ピーターさんとともに司会を務めます新野遥と申します。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
そしてここで Acknowledgement of Country 国の確認をいたします。本日参加されていらっしゃる皆様に説明いただきますと、これはオーストラリアの先住民の方々への敬意を表す口上で、こうしたイベントの冒頭に行われるものです。これにつきまして英語で申し上げます。I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today across Australia, and I would like to pay my respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. まずここで本日の特別ゲストの皆様をご紹介いたします。So our very special guest for this evening, I'd like to introduce the Consulate General of Japan in Sydney, Mr. Masahiko Kia. I'd also like to welcome our very special guest, Mr. Robert McNeil, Assistant Commissioner of the Regional Operations at Fire and Rescue New South Wales. The Director of the Japan Foundation Sydney, Mr. Keiji Shono. The Japan National Tourism Organisation Sydney Director, Ms. Yoko Tanaka. Then the National Federation of Australia-Japan Societies National President, my friend Philip Mitchell.
Now today's program consists of two parts. In the first part, we'll have guest speeches and a minute of silence at 2:46 p.m. Japan time and 4:46 p.m. Sydney time. This will be followed by live concert performances and a major movie screening to commemorate the 10th anniversary of this day. At 6 p.m., we will be having 1 hour intermission where we'll be providing you with Tohoku bento and tea, which are specially made for this occasion. After the break, we will commence the second part at 7 p.m. by showing the latter part of the film and performances, and then we will wrap up at around 8:40 p.m. To minimize distractions, please turn off your mobile phone or switch it to silent mode. During the program, please remain seated. But if you do need to leave the hall, please go through from the back door on your right-hand side and enter through from the other side of the door at the back when you're returning to the hall.
Thank you, Haruka. I now believe we have the Sydney Sakura Choir who will be joining us on stage. And I will introduce them very quickly. The Sydney Sakura Choir, I think everybody in this room knows, is a community choir of about 40 members. The choir has performed an exciting assortment of pieces ranging from Japanese folk songs and modern works, as well as the classical masterpieces. Sydney Sakura Choir prides itself on the musical ambassadorship for Japan and has performed at cultural festivals, charity events, our Sydney Matsuri, and also in our Cowra memorials. Established in 2012, we are so lucky to have them here to perform the Japanese national anthem, Kimi ga Yo.
Now, I would like to invite here to the stage Consulate General of Japan in Sydney, Consul General Mr. Masahiko Kia for his opening remarks.
続きまして、在シドニー日本国総領事館総領事木谷正彦様より開会のご挨拶を頂戴いたします。木谷様、よろしくお願いいたします。
Mr. Robert McNeil, Assistant Commissioner, Fire and Rescue, New South Wales. Ms. Hirano Yukiko, Rainbow Project, Japan Club of Sydney, and all the members and supporters of the project and the club. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years have passed since the Great East Japan earthquake struck Japan on the 11th of March 2011. The tsunami that followed the earthquake off the northeast coast of Japan's main island caused horrific damage to communities on Tohoku's coast. More than 20,000 people were killed or are still missing. My thoughts and prayers are with the victims of the disaster. In the immediate aftermath and the months that followed, Japan received overwhelming support from friends around the world, including the Australian government and people. In the initial response, a 76-member urban search and rescue team was deployed to Japan from Australia. The team was led by Mr. Robert McNeil. The Royal Australian Air Force C-17 aircraft that took the team from Australia stayed in Japan, transporting vital stores and equipment to assist the humanitarian effort. Then Prime Minister Gillard's visit to the area in April 2011 was the first by any foreign leader, and it too was a great source of strength for Japanese people. On behalf of the government of Japan, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the people of Australia for their support and friendship. Thank you. Thank you very much. In the years since the disaster, there has been continuing exchange between Japan and Australia, born out of these heartfelt efforts to assist friends in a time of need. The young people of Tohoku have been a focus, and Rainbow Project's homestay program, bringing young people from Fukushima to Sydney, is a wonderful example. Thank you to Rainbow Project and all the project's supporters for everything you have done over the last 10 years. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to assure you that while there is still work to be done, much progress has been made in the affected areas of Tohoku. Reviving industry and livelihoods has been key. The areas affected were long known for their agriculture and fisheries. Already, 94% of farmland has been recovered, and 97% of fishery processing facilities have opened. And throughout the process of reconstruction, food safety has been paramount. Together with other countries around the world, Australia has recognized that Japanese food products are safe. Indeed, Japanese food products have passed the most stringent tests before reaching domestic and international markets. Looking ahead, please come and visit Tohoku. Tohoku looks forward to welcoming people from abroad to come and enjoy what that region has to offer. This will further help energize Tohoku's future. Once COVID-19 is overcome and international travel resumes, I hope many Australians will take the opportunity to visit this beautiful part of Japan. And Japan is determined to share what it has learned from the disaster and make contribution to disaster management. During the recent Black Summer bushfires in Australia, Japan sent 2 C-130 aircraft to assist with the operations. As Colonel Ota Masashi of the Japan Air Self-Defense Force explained, we never forget what Australia did at that time when disaster struck Tohoku. An Australian Air Commodore Carl Newman said that Japan's contribution to the bushfire effort was a reflection of friendship. In the spirit of friendship, together, Australia and Japan can contribute much to disaster management in the Indo-Pacific and around the world. As we reflect today, let us look forward to the future, inspired by the strength and resilience of the people of Tohoku. Thank you. ありがとうございました。
総領事ありがとうございました。As we are getting closer to the time, we are going to be able to connect with commemoration and memorial services that are being held in Higashimatsushima, in Miyagi Prefecture, and at the former Nobiru Elementary School, the venue of the memorial event, Takusu Tomishibi, and possibly Namiban Beach in Kamaishi, in Iwate, and Minamisanriku in Miyagi Prefecture. At 4:46 Sydney time, at the exact time the disaster struck, we will be able to hear the sirens from Tohoku. Please respect this moment.
さて、これより宮城県東松島市で開催されておりますオンライン追悼イベント「灯す思い託す灯火」の会場となっております旧野ビル小学校跡地、そして南三陸町で行われている追悼式と、可能であれば釜石市南板海岸の3カ所をこちらの会場とズームにてつないでまいります。シドニー時刻の4時46分になりましたら、被災地からサイレンの音が聞こえてまいりますので、黙祷をお願いいたします。
It gives me great pleasure to introduce a very a noble and great supporter of all of the rainbow projects and all of the relationship between Australia and Japan, the Reverend Shigenobu Watanabe, from the Hongwanji Buddhist Mission of Australia based in Gordon, for the Mokoto, or the moment of silence and reflection. Reverend, please.
With sincerest appreciation and gratitude for the compassion of Amida Buddha, we are gathered here today on this occasion of the 10th year anniversary commemoration ceremony for East Japan earthquake and tsunami. We faithfully recite the Buddha's name and humbly join our hands in gassho. May we all awaken to the wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha, who embraces all living beings, and may we all aspire to attain the realm of nirvana. 本日、ここニューサウスウェールズ・ティーチャーズ・フェデレーションのホールにおいて、参集された皆様と共にうやうやしく産物検証の昇覧を仰ぎ、慎みて第10回東日本大震災復興支援式典を言収す。如来栄光の真実心をもって法恩の誠をいたし、仏徳を賛談し奉る。恋願わくば、如来の大慈大悲心をもって無量の功徳一切衆生の上に栄光したまわらんことを、名も消え仏、名も消え法、名も消え相、名も阿弥陀仏、名も阿弥陀仏、名も阿弥陀仏。
現在上民現在無上上悪が事業物の明上上人も悪行未上門政務上長が悪利欲人上年上営主本業重無上の陰上天人人力現内後無上無内の上上三組古内重役難外自営免事後も安芸独上悪道通断全中も暗号増上満足義世老人も日願十十期連合無限十五要素五世空の両大九十全文字軸空用因在部空属中属安願で頭上満の義南外用上物無芸事通達美無上願学営利義道自在上の安心願若国家大仙の感動極小天人の無珍妙芸ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダ漢字宿徳明の聖祭道坪大神王子安楽国黙祷
I was lucky enough during Rugby World Cup to visit Kamaishi, Sendai and Fukushima. And many people, there was some 45,000 people visited Japan for the Rugby World Cup, and many people avoided those areas for reasons I don't understand. But I was very lucky that we were able to take nearly seven junior rugby teams and nearly 300 people to visit Kamaishi and to visit Sendai and to visit Fukushima to play rugby and exchange during the Rugby World Cup with these cities. And it was one of the greatest experiences of my life to change people's perspectives about those areas of Japan. Excuse me for my indulgence. To continue, we will have the pleasure of hearing from someone who has a long and deep relationship with the region of Tohoku. Robert McNeil and 76 members of the Urban Search and Rescue Team were dispatched from Australia and arrived in Minamisanriku shortly after the earthquake and tsunami. Their involvement, and in particular the support and help from Australia, is not forgotten by people of Minamisanriku. The RAAF C-17, which brought the team here, remained for some time after carrying out humanitarian assistance.
続きまして、オーストラリア都市捜索救助隊ロバート・マックニール隊長よりご挨拶いただきます。震災直後、オーストラリアからはマックニール隊長率いる76名の都市捜索救助隊が南三陸町に派遣され、捜索活動に携わりました。その他にも救助隊をオーストラリアから輸送した空軍の C-17 輸送機は日本にとどまり、人道支援をはじめ物資や機材の輸送任務に携わりました。それではマックニール隊長、よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
Thank you very much for your kind words. And I've just been told from our urban search and rescue team, which is at Greenacre, watching this, that I need to talk up because the sound is a little bit down. So I'll try and do that because they really want to be part of this. So Ambassador, Consular General, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. And as we note the 10th anniversary of Japan earthquake tsunami, and I'm very proud to be here. As they said, I'm Rob McNeil. I'm the Assistant Commissioner for Fire and Rescue New South Wales. And as a representative of the Australian NewSAR task force that responded to the disastrous Japan earthquake tsunami of March 2011, the Australian Search and Rescue Task Force, the governments of Australia are honoured and proud to have been part of the worldwide response to assist the Japanese communities that were so widely impacted by the earthquake tsunami in March 2011, which we saw firsthand for ourselves. Tens of thousands of families, communities and livelihoods were torn apart in a very short time by Mother Nature on that day. The Australian Task Force was a collective of very experienced and hardened emergency responders from Fire and Rescue New South Wales Ambulance, New South Wales Health, doctors, New South Wales Police Force, New South Wales Engineers, Queensland Fire and Emergency Service search dog handlers, Australian Capital Territory firefighters, and personnel from the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. So it was a collective effort from all of Australia and the state governments. However, the devastation of those communities was the worst the Australian Search and Rescue Task Force had seen in their collective careers, and that's a significant statement. This required them to reach deep inside themselves to focus on what needed to be done and not be overcome by the size and effect of the devastation. One thing I'm extremely proud of is that the family of emergency service workers and firefighters across the world have an amazing ability that enables them, no matter where they are from, to come together with professionalism, empathy, friendship and trust during the worst of times to deliver humanitarian aid to those who need it most. Obstacles like language, cultural differences, policies, procedures, equipment differences are never an issue. They are all just went there to help. And so it was during this deployment we were honoured to work closely with the Kyoto Fire Department and the Japanese Civil Defence Forces. The Australian Task Force encountered extremely challenging conditions. Constant aftershocks, the threat of further tsunamis. It was minus 15 degrees Celsius. We never get it that cold. Temperatures and constantly monitoring and managing the risk of radiation. The team was trained, equipped and prepared for these conditions. However, the risks were constantly challenging to the team and the individuals. I was continually reflecting on how the Japanese emergency responders continued to work in these conditions. They were experiencing the same challenges as the Australian Task Force, and on top of that, their families, friends, homes, livelihoods and communities had been torn apart. The stoicism and strength of the Japanese emergency responders who worked tirelessly to help others whilst enduring the same challenges, their own personal darkest hours, is something we have all admired for the last decade. This resilience, endurance, and compassion followed on into the recovery of the Tohoku communities. I've been privileged to be involved with the recovery activities for the Tohoku region over the last 10 years. These activities being driven tirelessly by the JCS Rainbow Project, supported by the Japan Club of Sydney, and their purpose, giving the next generation the children hope and showing them we care. The Australian-New Zealand Chamber of Commerce in Japan, Japanese and Australian embassies, and various other groups, both government and volunteer, working compassionately and tirelessly to build a resilient Tohoku and Japanese community. One thing I hope and pray is that the people of Japan never have to experience anything like this again, and the relationship between Australia and Japan, which has strengthened out of this disaster based on compassion and empathy, continues to grow. Thank you very much. Yes.
We've got a very special guest here today, and we actually have one of our Rainbow Project staff who was born in Ishinomaki Prefecture. I say Ishinomaki in Miyagi Prefecture, I'm sorry. I'd like to ask Kyoma-san for the stage to express his sincere appreciation to everyone joining us here today, and a small token of our appreciation for everything you've done over the last 10 years. It's been life-changing. Thank you very much.
それではここでレインボープロジェクトのスタッフで石巻市ご出身の高橋京馬さんよりマクニール隊長に感謝の気持ちをお送りいたします。
Thank you very much. I cannot start without Haruka. Shizuka Kashima is a renowned violinist and is hometown reconstruction ambassador for her hometown, Higashimatsushima in Miyagi. We have a very special video message from her and a wonderful, wonderful rendition and some fantastic violin for you to enjoy.
続きまして宮城県東松島市ご出身で地元の復興大使としてご尽力されている音楽家の鹿島静香さんからのビデオメッセージをご紹介いたします。鹿島さんはシドニーにゆかりがあり、2019年にダーリングハーバーで開催された祭りのイベントにてバイオリンの演奏をご披露くださいました。それでは中央のスクリーンにご注目ください。
Please turn your attention to the main screen.
オーストラリア・シドニーの皆様へ、鹿島静香です。私は宮城県出身で、通っていた保育園、小学校、中学校は津波の被害に遭い、今は合併移転してその名はもうありません。シドニーからは南三陸町へ災害レスキューの方々が援助に伺ったと聞いております。その後元気に暮らしていらっしゃることを願っております。また震災1ヶ月後に兄がシドニーから被災地へ実家や被災地の支援活動を行いに向かってくれました。当時兄を被災地へ送ってくださった方々、本当にありがとうございました。私は2018年、2019年とシドニーで行われた祭りというジャパンフェスティバルに出演させていただいております。被災地の子どもたちと一緒にレコーディングをしたまた会えるよねという曲を披露させていただきました。今年は東日本大震災10年ということで、オンラインで思いを灯すプロジェクト、灯す思い、託す灯火 というのを仲間と立ち上げました。私たちのプロジェクトのテーマソング「灯す思い託す灯火」をこの後聴いていただければと思います。演奏は宮城県松島町在住の佐藤達也さん、そして私のストリングスチームザ・メガネストリングスの皆さんとリモートでレコーディングと撮影を行いました。皆様の気持ちが被災地の皆様に届くお手伝いが少しでもできたらと思っております。鹿島静香でした。オースト
Now we have the pleasure and the honor of commencing our 10th Commemoration special concert.
Now, to begin our concert, I would like to introduce a Japanese traditional calligrapher and artist, Mr. Ren Yano. His powerful yet delicate and beautiful work has been acknowledged around the world, and one of his works was approved by the Japanese Foreign Ministry as a national property of Japan. Today, he's showcasing a live calligraphy performance in Japanese to express our deepest gratitude towards the people of Australia for their continued support for Eastern Japan. For his performance, Ren will be joined by Wadaiko Rendo Sydney. Wadaiko Rindo Sydney is a Japanese drumming group established in 2009. They are renowned for their energetic and dynamic drumming performances, and they have performed at major events and concerts across Australia. Tonight, there will be another performance at the end of the concert.
Yano-san was very instrumental in helping the Australian Olympic Committee and also the Paralympic Committee in some wonderful calligraphy of support that will actually be in the athletes' village, the Senshumura, in Tokyo as we go towards the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics. And I thank him very much for that. Yano-san, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. 矢野さん、ありがとうございました。Such as Yano-san here in Australia, and his calligraphy is quite moving, especially with Wadaiko Rindo.
今からふるさとを歌いますんで、キャンドルのご用意をお願いします。キャンドルを振るのが、はい、あちらに、フォロワー。Thank you.次の曲は「ウォーティ・マティルダ」という曲でございまして、この時にこういう指揮者が拍手、こう「clap your hand, big hand, follow her, please」。
Under the shade of
So just before we break for the interval, I'd just like to say a very quick word about the movie you've just saw. And I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, and a big round of applause for. As I said, it reminded me in 2019 of visiting the area and how much we must never forget what happened there, but it was all about the future. And one thing we are trying to do as a legacy from the Olympic and Paralympic Games is to connect Australian schools in the Tomodachi Connect program, which the Consul General of Japan has been a great sponsor and supporter of. We're now at 168 schools that we are connecting between Australia and Japan. And this is an initiative of the Australian Olympic Committee. It is the only national Olympic committee in the world that is doing this with the host country of the Olympic Games. And we hope, and I will give you my guarantee now, that I will drive that to become a legacy of the Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Games. That those schools will continue after the Olympic Games and Paralympic Games to exchange, and we hopefully not only online, which they are doing now, but we will be doing it in visiting each other's country. And Tohoku and Kamaishi and Ofanato and Kessen-numa and all of the other areas in Aomori, Yamagata, Akita, all Fukushima and Miyagi and Iwate, those areas are involved in this program. So, again, thank you for indulging me. We now have our interval.
Yes, and this time we're going to provide you with tea and Tohoku bento, courtesy of Matsuya Japanese Restaurant. It's made with Tohoku local ingredients, supported by Tokyo Mart. We also have booths showcasing products from the Tohoku areas, an origami workshop, and a photo exhibition of Tohoku areas outside the auditorium. So please have a look. While you enjoy your meal, we'll be showing video messages from the children and the youth from Tohoku area who were invited by Rainbow Project to come to Sydney. We'll also be connecting via Zoom to Recovery Memorial Park in Minamisanriku. また本日のイベントの収益金は経費を除き全額本日映画でご紹介しております宮城県石巻市の小学校で支援活動を行うテイラー・アンダーソン記念基金に寄付させていただきます。皆様の温かいお志をいただければ幸いです。
I'd also like to introduce the Taylor Anderson Memorial Fund. The Taylor Anderson was the first confirmed American casualty of the March 11, 2011 tsunami in Japan. As part of the Japan Exchange and Teaching JET program, Taylor spent 2.5 years teaching English to kindergarten, lower school and junior high school students in the coastal city of Ishinomaki of Miyagi Prefecture. She was last seen helping and assuring her students after the disaster. The main purpose of the fund is to help students, schools and families in the Ishinomaki area recover from the earthquake and tsunami. Before moving on to the interval, we have a number of members of our Rainbow Project who will guide you through your Tohoku Bento experience throughout the interval time. Misaki? Big round of applause for Misaki Ito.
Hello everyone. Have you enjoyed the part one, concert part one? Thank you. It's been very emotional and then busy day for I think everyone, Sydney and Japan. But we are so happy that we can have everyone here so that we can pray for Japan on this day. So sorry, I've been running around, so my heart is still racing. So just as a part of the COVID plan, I would like to remind everyone to keep safe physical distancing during the interval and sanitize your hands. There's lots of hand sanitizer out in the hands lane outside the auditorium, so please use that to make sure everyone is safe. Also, you can see the arrows around the auditorium and then outside the auditorium. So please follow the route and go out from you right-hand side and come in from the left-hand side, please. Same as the top door as well. You can use the top doors to go down the hands lane as well. Also, the bathroom is located in the outside auditorium. You see the big sign going to the mezzanine, and you can see the bathroom there as well. So finally, it's time to enjoy our special Tohoku bento. We have today Mr. Sadamatsu from Masuya. She's going to give you some instruction what's inside the Tohoku bento. And so after the Mr. Sadamatsu explained all the what's inside, what's good inside about Tohoku bento, we're going to have 3 spots to pick up the bento today. So one just back there, and then one back there, and then one in the front. So we're going to give you some instruction by sections, so that we can make sure everyone is going to get the Tohoku bento. And then for the guests and the VIP and sponsors, we have the seat outside. So we're going to take you outside the auditorium and have a seat outside there. Thank you.
Sadamatsu-san.
Okay. Ken Sadamatsu, owner of Masuya Restaurant Group. This is enjoy everyone Tohoku bento. Iwate Wagyu, Japanese Wagyu A5. Yes. This one. Also Miyagi. ありがとうございます。青森 scallop. Also, I think 95% from Tohoku. What mean 5%? Shibazuke. Also, water. I use Australian water in the kitchen. This one, we made this menu. And why you think you bring to Iwate Wagyu? 2 years ago, I visited to Iwate Prefecture, also 4 years ago too. Me and Big Smith, we import. First to import our Iwate Wagyu from Japan. So Iwate Prefecture government and sent to us for Big Smith. So this one, actually we get nearly 1 year ago. I keep to the Big Smith is the freezer, and this time I contact to Iwate Prefecture government. Can I use to Rainbow Project? They said, please enjoy everyone. So I cook this one. When I visit to Iwate Prefecture government, I surprised very dark. Why so dark? They said we never forget. What we never forget, 11th of March, that day, tsunami. We never forget. So they saved the electricity, and we work together, Kizuna. That's why they are, Iwate Prefecture government, very dark when I go there. Say, nice to meet you. Look, how are you?
Yoroshiku.
Yes, yoroshiku. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy your Tohoku bento. Thank you.
Sadamatsu-san. Sadamatsu-san, ありがとうございました。I think as all of us here have enjoyed our times at Masuya in both of the restaurants and all of his restaurants all around Sydney. But I think it would be a really quite a very appropriate time for a sei no itadakimasu. Sei no itadakimasu.
島県いわき市出身の瓜生海です。2011年の保養プログラムに参加しました。当時は震災の記憶で悲しい気持ちでいっぱいでしたが、シドニーの方々の温かいおもてなしを受けて、辛い記憶を少しの間忘れることができました。それ以降も辛いことがあると、当時の皆さんとの思い出を振り返って頑張り続けて今ここにいます。将来は福島の役に立てるような人材になりたいと考えています。また機会があればシドニーに伺って皆さんとお会いできることを楽しみにしています。
Koyama says getting away from it has been a welcome break.
It's been really, really fun in Australia, playing out in the bush and out in the grass and outside all the time, and it's been so relaxing and fun.
こんにちは。2011年ホームステイプログラムに参加した小山理子です。現在は福島の新聞社で働いていて、社会人2年目です。私はシドニーのホームステイプログラムに参加して一番思ったことが自分の視野がすごい広がったっていうことです。震災で10年経ちましたが、やっぱり震災があってその高校時代とか結構大変な思いをしたので、もうどうして震災があったんだろうとかすごいたくさん嫌な思いとかもしたんですけれども、でもこういうホームステイプログラムやそれ以外にこう震災でつながった縁や、あといろんな恵まれた機会や経験をさせていただくことがあったので、この縁を大切にして東日本大震災があったことをこれからも忘れずに、そして自分の糧にしていきたいと思います。ホームシドニーの方々の皆さん、ぜひ福島や東北に遊びに来てください。待ってます。
皆様、こんにちは。本日は会場にお越しいただきありがとうございます。2012年度レインボープロジェクト第2期目に参加した斉藤隆弘と申します。現在私は故郷浪江町から約60キロほど南に位置するいわき市に住んでおり、運送業の仕事に携わっております。さて、2011年東日本大震災の発生から本日で10年の月日が経ちました。そこで私が思う、10年を迎えての思いは、生き方と価値観と2つあります。レインボープロジェクト3回前の私は社交的でなく、世界に目を向けることもなく、英語がとっても苦手な学生でした。そんな時に高校の恩師から、レインボープロジェクトの存在を教えていただき、行ってたくさん学んでこいと背中を押され、応募作文を書き、そして選んでいただき、全てが始まりました。2012年のホームステイでシドニーへの関心が爆発し、2017年から2019年の2年余りワーホリで長期滞在を経験し、レインボープロジェクト参加生の中で一番長く濃い時間をシドニーで過ごしました。滞在の中でナショナリティや言語、人種、多様な違いを感じながら、生活の中で日々自分の中の、価値観がバージョンアップするのがとても嬉しく思っていました。シドニーでの経験は、現在の私の、生き方にとても大きな影響を与えてくれました。
皆さんこんにちは。2014年のシドニーステイプログラムに参加しました斉藤真央です。
私は福島県の大熊町出身です。今は福島工業高等専門学校のビジネスコミュニケーション学科という文系学科の5年生です。5年生は高専でいうと最終学年で、現在はフェミニズムをテーマに 卒業研究をしています。卒業後は筑波大学の社会国際学群社会学類に編入学する予定です。私は中学2年生の時にレインボープロジェクトのプログラムに参加させていただきました。このプログラムに参加したことで私の人生は180度変わったと思っています。当時私は挑戦するということが本当に嫌いで、コンフォートゾーンの外側に出ようとしませんでした。しかしこのプログラムに参加したことによって、英語や生活スタイルといった壁にぶつかりながら、自身の未熟さに気づくことができたり、挑戦することの楽しさを知ることができました。ホストファミリーの皆さんも一緒に参加したメンバーもとても温かい方たちばかりで、毎日楽しかったです。この経験をきっかけに高専に入学してからも自分からどんどん留学のプログラムに応募しました。レインボープロジェクトは私に挑戦する勇気を与えてくれました。震災から10年が経ちますが、これまでもこれからも私はふるさとである大熊町が大好きです。私はこれから高専、そして筑波大学でジェンダーの問題について一生懸命研究し、この一生懸命勉学に励むという姿勢を示すことによってふるさとを元気にしたいです。
最後になりますが、現在コロナウイルスが蔓延していて、皆さん大変な思いをされていると思います。ですが、ステイポジティブで、みんなと助け合いながらこの状況を乗り越えましょう。また皆さんにお会いできるのを楽しみにしています。ありがとうございます。
2016年12月のシドニープロジェクトに引率で参加させていただいた西です。大変ご無沙汰しております。またその節は大変お世話になりました。はい、ということで今日は本業の姿で皆さんの前に出させていただいております。ここは私の奉仕をしている神社ですの中ですね。早いもので4年、私がお邪魔してから4年の歳月が経ったわけですけども、子どもたちなかなかね会うことはできないんですけども、皆さん夢に向かって大学に行った子もいるし、また社会人として頑張っている子もいます。本当にね、オーストラリアに行ったことが糧になってるんだなと私は思っております。またサムライフェスも去年2020年はコロナで活動することができずで、今年はということで、ちょっと収まってきたところもあるものですから、なんとかやっていこうということで、相馬地方の高校募集をかけたところ、やってみたい、中心になってやってみたいという子どもたち10人集まりました。今年はというわけで5月5日に向けてサムライフェス、先ほど言いました私代表になりましたので、頑張ってこちらも活動していきたいと思いますので、今後ともよろしくお願いいたします。最後になりますが、皆さんの、これからのご健康、またお祈りをさせていただきます。コロナが早く収束するようにお祈りをいたします。
皆さんこんにちは、吉田彩香です。私は福島県出身で、今は宮城県で一人暮らしをしています。大学2年で英語教育に関する授業を受けています。2017年の冬にシドニーステイプログラムに参加しました。シドニーはとてもいいところで、海も綺麗で、ご飯も美味しくて、ショッピングも楽しかったです。シドニーのプログラムを通して、英語の勉強、海外、国際に対する意識が高まりました。震災から10年が経ちますが、東北は驚くべき復興を遂げています。
むしろ震災前より進化したようにも思えます。日本中、世界中のご支援もあって地元は明るさを取り戻しました。たくさん英語を勉強していつかペラペラに話せるようになったらまたシドニーに行きたいです。
高木春菜、福島県伊達市出身です。2018年の若者育成プログラムに参加させていただきました。今は福島で事務補助の仕事をしております。プログラムではシドニーの皆様が本当にたくさん支援をしてくださり、それまで経験したことのなかったイベント作りやさまざまな保育施設の訪問をさせていただきました。どんなこともいろいろな人に助けてもらいながら準備や練習を重ねれば挑戦できる幅が大きく広がることを学びました。今年であの震災から10年になりますが、当時中学生で守られる立場から守る立場に変わったことを実感しております。あの時のことを伝え続けること、自然災害に備える力をつけていくことが大切だと思います。離れていても10年の時が経ってもこうしてシドニーの皆様が支援を続けてくださること、心から感謝しております。コロナウイルスが落ち着いたら綺麗な景色と美味しい食べ物がたくさんある東北にぜひいらしてください。私も次にシドニーに遊びに行くときはパワーアップして皆さんにお会いできるよう頑張ります。
Hey guys, I'm Hitoshi Ichijo and from Fukushima-city. Everyone calls me Jim. はい、and ここからは日本語で失礼します。はい、一条仁志、福島県福島市出身です。2019年のグローバル若者育成プログラムの2期生としてですね、取り組んでおりました。2019年の10月から12月にかけてシドニーに滞在して、大きく3つの活動に取り組んできました。1つはペイフォワードカフェの企画、2つ目はソーシャルワーカーの方々とのミートアップ、3つ目は福島ワークショップの企画です。それぞれでシドニーの方々には本当にお世話になりました。それらの活動が今の自分の福島での取り組みだったりとかキャリアに大きな影響を与えています。本当に感謝しています。レインボープロジェクトの皆様には本当に貴重な機会をいただきました。間違いなく自分の人生のターニングポイントだと思っています。心より感謝申し上げます。震災から10年が経とうとしています。10年が経とうとしていますが、自分がやることは変わらないです。ひたすらに、福島のために、地域のために、これからの福島を担う若者のために、自分が自分らしく活動を続けていくこと、それを徹底してやっていきたいと思っています。またシドニーでお会いできることを心から楽しみにしています。では失礼いたします。じゃあね。
まずは10年前に海の音を作ってくださってありがとうございます。海の音で活動してきたからこそ、私は音楽が好きになって、中学校でも吹奏楽部に入りたいと思いました。10年間支えてくださってありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
受け取るのは私じゃないんです。今日ここに来れなかった遠野の千葉のり子さんって方があります。2011年の8月9日に佐渡豊さんとスーパーキッズの皆さんがここにスーパーキッズの皆さんがここに来てくださって、うちの従業員、今いる従業員、その時いた従業員さんたちです。初めてバイオリンの音を聞いて、なんか空っぽの自分たちの気持ち、何にも心がないところにバイオリンの音を聞いて泣いたんですね。で、それを見てくださってた地元の子たちにも、こういうバイオリンの音を出せる子たちになってほしいと思って、ここにいない千葉のり子さんと一緒にスーパーキッズのようなバイオリンを弾く子どもたちをここで育てようと海の音クラブができました。ここにいない千葉のり子さんのおかげでね、みんな千葉さんに育ててもらったもんね。本当は千葉さんのために今日来たかったんだけど、今日は残念ながら来れなかった。今日卒業ってことになったけど、でもこうやって音楽を好きになってくれたから、 みんないっぱい音楽好きになってお勉強もして、いつか千葉さんに私たちこんな風に音楽好きになって育ちました、千葉さんのおかげですって報告しようね。そしてそれをやっぱりみんなを育ててくれたの慰霊先生だね。先生、本当にこの9年間、なんか私たちのね、被災地の無理なお願いを聞いてくださって、勉強室を開いてくださいまして、ありがとうございました。そして今日こんなにいっぱいのボランティアさんに、今日の子どもたちの卒業の音を聞いてくださってありがとうございます。続けたいけど、区切りというのがあります。もう子どもたちも高校生になります。いっぱいいろんな体験をしていきます。これからいろんな楽しいことができることをみんなに守ってるからね、いつか同窓会をしましょうね。あと何か今ここで皆さんにお話ししたいことある。これ未来館で携帯で千葉さんに音を聞いてもらいますからね。これはちょっとできないけど、本番って言わなくてすみません。ここが本番でね。千葉さんに聞いてもらいましょう。では、ボランティアの皆さんも一緒に聞いていただき、卒業を一緒に体験見て守っていただきましたことを御礼します。みんなのみんな、ありがとうございました。そしておめでと
う。We're going to start the second half of our concert this evening, finishing off with a great event, and I'll hand over to my lovely partner for the next introductions.
Thank you, Peter. To start our latter half of the concert, I would like to introduce Ms. Satsuki Odamura, who is a master of Japanese ancient instrument called koto. She's a representative of the Koto Music Institute of Australia and received a special commendation from the Japanese Minister of Foreign Affairs. Today, she dedicates her special requiem called Chinkon and Flying Like a Bird for the disaster victims. Sydney Onikenbai Club will also join her musical performance with shinobue and other instruments. What a vibrant performance. Thank you, Rindo Sydney.
Haruka, can we make taiko an Olympic sport?
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I hope everyone enjoy all the live performances as well as the film we have put together. Now, as the end of the event is approaching, I would like to take a moment to invite on stage with a great pleasure the President of JCS Rainbow Project, Ms. Yukiko Hirano, and Vice President, Ms. Misaki Ito, for their closing remarks.
それでは皆様閉会にあたり JCS レインボープロジェクト代表平野由紀子様と副代表伊藤美咲様からご挨拶を頂戴いたします。
Thank you, Peter-san, that you've been together with us 10 years. He's been incredible MC. Thank you, Peter-san. Yes, the moment of the truth came to us. Now, all I can say is to say thank you for coming today and pray for Tohoku together with us. Our project finished today, but over the 10 years through this project, so many people got together. We shared love, tears, compassion, strength, and courage. So much feelings. Even young students, you saw the film, came from Tohoku and taught us a lot. I feel like we definitely made a rainbow bridge between Australia and Japan in some way. And thank you. To achieve this special 10 years success, no way without so many people's support like tonight. Finally, thank you so much for everyone. Japanese government, Consulate General of Japan in Sydney, and Japan Foundation, Sydney, and Japan National Tourism Board, Sydney, and Australian Rescue Team. Many sponsors, thank you so much. And very talented artists tonight. And of course, hard-working staff, like here, Misaki Ito. Misaki Ito. And of course, so many other volunteers. Please stand up. Stand up. Thank you. And tonight, especially, thank you for wonderful MC, Ikemen Peter-san and Pretty Haruka-san.
As I said, 美人と野獣。
That's incredible. And tonight, I'd like to especially acknowledge a film producer who made tonight's special documentary called 10 Colors, Mr. Robbie Robert-san. Also, we couldn't make this film without so much effort from award-winning master chef, Hideo Dekura-sensei. At last, finally, special thank you for JCS committee members to make it happen tonight. I need all night to go on and on saying thank you to everybody. But time came to say goodbye and see you sometime again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yukiko. Thank you, Misaki. It's I'm astounded at just how much work your team does to create this amazing event. As I say, sometimes I don't feel like I do anything except kuchidake. So that's probably the only thing I can do. So thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this. It did remind me of 2013, walking all that way from Fukushima to Kamaishi. It was an event that changed my life. And Tohoku is very, very, very much a part of my life and part of my heart. So we will keep doing it. Right? So we'd really appreciate your feedback on the event. And to do so, we have a QR code inside the program handout, which is linked to a survey form. We know, as Japanese, we love anketo. We love anketo. So please fill out the form at your convenience. We have the Tohoku booths open until 9 p.m. for those who are interested. It's already probably 9, but we can do encho. We can do overtime. And there's also, if you'd like to make a donation boxes by the booth and the reception. The funds collected, as we said, are going to the Taylor Anderson Memorial Fund.
最後になりますが、本日皆様もこの会場でさまざまな思いが込み上げてきたのではないでしょうか。これからも被災地で培われた教訓や思いを私たちも共有し続けて、それぞれができることをしながら震災の記憶を未来へつないでいってまいりたいと思います。これをもちまして東日本大震災復興支援10周年イベントを閉会いたします。本日はご来場いただきまして誠にありがとうございました。
Thank you so much for participating and commemorating the 10th anniversary of the Great East Japan disaster. On behalf of all the participants, sponsors, and the Rainbow Project, I would like to express my deepest appreciation for all the support that you and Australia have shown for Tohoku. As you saw, we would be so happy we can raise as much money as we possibly can. Please take care and please visit our booths and safely return home. I would like to thank Haruka for making this such an incredibly enjoyable experience. And I suppose, お互いに心感謝を申し上げます。
ありがとうございます。お気をつけてお帰りください。ありがとうございました。
Please take care.